My encounter with a fake Jesse Spencer. He messaged me out of the blue, asking how long I've been a fan. I told him I loved him in Chicago Fire, and he asked me if I was married or single. I told him I'm married and own a manufacturing company, and he asked for a photo of me, and I told him I don't give my photos out to people. He said he wanted to know who he's talking to, and I told him that his ISP number was indicating his internet providers in Africa. Jesse told me bye, and I asked him why. And he said that I said he was from Africa. And I asked him, well, what's wrong with Africa? And asked if he's maybe over there visiting. And he told me yes and asked for a beautiful picture of me. I asked when he will be back in the States. I told him I'll send a picture when he gets back to the States. And I asked him if he's ever visited Minnesota. And he told me he would visit me when he gets back and asked me what I was doing today. I told him that I'm working in a manufacturing company and we're making new and exciting products. Jesse said he wants to see my pic and wants to know who he's talking to. And I told him my name and that I live in Minnesota and I own a manufacturing company which my family owns and runs. He then sent me a link to add him on Telegram and gave me the link to his profile on there. I told him I don't do Telegram, and he asked why. I told him I do have Facebook, and he wanted my email, and I told him I don't do email, and my family uses texting only for messages. He said that's good, but asked me if I have a MyFans card, and I told him why would I need a card? He told me that I can get a MyFans card so I can meet him in person because he's a celebrity. I told him I don't have time for that as I'm expecting a 70,000 card order of manufacturing this week with our new big work contract. Jesse told me it was good for his fans to have a MyFans card, so I asked him if Taylor also has a MyFans card, and he said yes, and I could meet him too. I told him, well, my son went to school with Taylor, and I had not seen Taylor since my family started the Apple gift card manufacturing job of making Apple and iTunes gift cards, and now we also make Foot Locker gift cards. He again asked me if I want a MyFans card. I told him I'll think about it, but I'm so busy with my schedule as we need to make 70,000 Apple cards this week. But I'll look into a MyFans card this summer and told Jesse to have Taylor reach out to my son and we'll send him those Foot Locker gift cards. Jesse kept pushing to get the MyFans card now so we could meet. He said the MyFans Club card was only $500 and I can send the money to him via Cash App. Well, I told him I don't have a Cash App. I told Jesse once he gets back to the States, I will get the card and I will put my phone on alert to alert me that he's back in the USA, and only then will I get the MyFans card. I also told him my son will call Taylor about his MyFans card, and Jesse said there's no need to do that, and gave me his Cash App username, which linked to a user in Ghana. I told him again, I don't do Cash App, and I'll speak to Taylor about everything. Jesse suddenly wanted a Foot Locker card, and I told him no problem. I'll have my son give them to Taylor in person and he can give you one. Jesse insisted that I give him one here. And I told him, well, when you get back to the state, I'll get you one, but my antivirus software can let me know when you return from your trip to Africa. He let me know if he doesn't come back right away that I could just send the card in chat, but I told him, no, I can wait. Jesse told me it won't work that way and to send the card here and now and not to anyone else. I told him no, my son will give it to you at the club tomorrow night. Jesse kept insisting that I send it in the chat and I told him no, my son will meet you at the club. He can give it to you then. Fake Jesse got mad and asked if it was not in our agreement and just send it now in chat. And I told him no, reread our conversation. Jesse said he's not in the States right now, so he can't get it. And I told him that I spoke to Taylor and he refused the gift cards and that we don't need to buy a fan card to meet. Jesse was frustrated and said he wanted to make it easy for me. I told him again when he meets Taylor tomorrow, you can have his gift card as he doesn't want it. But Jesse kept insisting that I snap a picture and send it in chat. Now, now, now. He continued to beg for a photo of me and to send the gift cards in chat and asked if I'm at work or at home. I told him that Taylor said you and him are coming to my house tomorrow, and he asked me to make banana pudding. So I asked fake Jesse, do you like banana pudding? I can tell by now he's frustrated. Jesse kept on saying snap the card, send the card, begging the card, send it now, and I told him if he's in the States tomorrow, I'll give it to you. Jesse asked if it shows that he's in the States that I can send the card, and I told him, if you show you're in the States tomorrow, you can come by my house and pick up a gift card. I told Jesse that I didn't need a fan card, and when he comes for his banana pudding, he can get his Footlocker gift card. He asked that we keep the chat private. I told him I would. He said he will fly home from Africa and be in the States in 2 hours. I told him, isn't it at least a 13-hour flight, and how are you going to do that? He said, snap a pic of the card while he's flying, and he'll get it before he reaches my state of Minnesota. I told him, no, 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 you can just come pick it up, and he insisted his manager will do a free delivery of his MyFan card to me before he visits. I told him that has nothing to do with the Footlocker gift card I'm going to give you once you come to my home. He texted shortly after saying he's arrived in the States, and I asked him how that's possible. It's only been a few hours. He asked why I don't trust him, and I told him it's a 14-hour flight, and he said, quote, I'm not understanding you. I told him I checked my antivirus software and it shows him still in Africa, but he insisted that he was in California. Well, I told him it's impossible to fly from Africa to California in such a short time. This guy wasn't good at his game. I told him I won't believe him until he shows up at my door, and only then can he get the Footlocker gift card. He said he was sad because I don't trust him and he'll just stay in California. He started leaving mad emojis, and I asked him if he has a MyFans card, and he says he does. And I said, well, your info still shows you're in Africa and you're playing a strong character on Chicago Fire, but in real life you seem to be a very whiny man with no self-confidence. What a shame. He kept insisting I snap a pic of the gift card, and I told him no. My son will bring you the card when he picks you up and Taylor at the airport. He told me no, 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 and I will tell Taylor not to come to the airport. I started to argue with Jesse, telling him to go to hell, and Taylor doesn't take orders from you, and I don't want your MyFans card. Jesse asked what I meant, and I told him I don't need it or him. He kept insisting I send the card. Send the card now. So I sent him a picture of the front of a Footlocker gift card. I told him he's not Jesse, and he asked for proof that my son has the gift cards. Jesse said he doesn't believe me, and I told him, well, he's not Jesse at all, and I knew he was still in Africa, and I told him to have a great life. And we stopped talking. Many celebrities are now trying to sell fans a fake My Card or My Gift card as part of their fan club, and they're calling it a MyFans card. They tell potential victims that the cards give them access to meet their favorite celebrity and often ask for a fee to buy this so-called fictitious card. Most times the scammer asks for a Cash App or another money transfer service for you to send the cash. In reality, there is no such MyFan card or MyFan Club card to gain access to meet your favorite celebrity. If you come across someone online claiming such things, block them, as it'll always be a scammer. Story 2. My encounter with fake Rod Stewart. Rod messaged me asking how long I've been a fan of his, and I told him a very long time, since the 1970s. Fake Rod told me that's great and that the mighty God will bless me. I told him that I watch his live concerts all the time online and that I even play his music at the manufacturing company I own and work for, and that he must be a busy man. Fake Rod said, it is indeed profound pleasure to meet a fan as dedicated as I am. He asked my name and where I'm from, and I told him Alabama, and he asked if I'm married with kids. I told him yes, happily married with 2 kids, and Rod said, kids are a blessing to the family. He asked what I love about his music, and I told him those 70s hits. Fake Rod went away for a short time and returned. He said he was very busy with rehearsals and he skipped them just to talk to me. I told him I'm fine and we accidentally made a mistake at the manufacturing company and we have extra gift cards, and I asked if he knew of any orphanage I could donate them to. Now, this guy would vanish for a long time, and he returned a few days later and asked how I'm doing. I told him fine, but we're getting ready for vacation to our beach house. Rod asked if I have Telegram so we can have a better communication, and I told him no, I'd rather just chat here on FB. Rod said he's not always on FB and it would be easier to talk elsewhere, and asked if I have WhatsApp. I told him no, and he said it was okay to talk here in Messenger. He said he was very sorry he missed my message about the gift cards and asked if I still want an orphanage to give them to. I told him, no, I got it covered. He said it's a new year and he wants to help the orphans with the cards I have, and I asked him the name of the orphanage. And he said he needs my support and that the orphans need support with gift cards, and asked if I help with those gift cards, then Rod will know that I truly love him and the orphan children. I told him to send the name, phone number, and address to the orphanage, and my lawyer will put it on the donation list. Fake Rod said it's called the Baby Home Orphanage. I asked if it's in the UK or what, and he said there's no need to involve lawyers. He would just tell the kids I'm sending cards. He said it is a UK orphanage. So I told him the lawyer only allows us to donate to the USA orphanages. Rod asked if I'm traveling, and there's no need to wait to donate. I told him I'll be flying. He said they also help orphans in the USA first before those UK orphans, so I can still donate the cards, and he told me he wanted me to send the full details, but wanted to know if I will support them now. I can just go to Walmart and buy gift cards, as many as I want, to support the orphans. I told him there's 32 orphanages in the USA, and he said he didn't understand me and wants to know if I'll support them with gift cards. I told him the orphanage can reach out to me and my lawyer will deal with it. Fake Rod said no. You can contact the orphanage home and let them know, and he'll get me the info, and asked if I will send the cards now. I told him the lawyer will deal with it all, and Rod said he was worried I would disappoint the orphans, that maybe I don't want to support the orphans. Rod insisted I send them Apple gift cards, and I told him the lawyer will handle it all. By this time, Fake Rod was getting angry and told me if I cannot buy them myself, then don't bother. If you do not want to, then go to the store now. Get the gift cards now. Apple gift cards, he insisted. I told him I do support charities, and he told me the year is just beginning and I should show my support for the orphans. They need me to go buy the Apple gift cards. I'll wait, he said. Go do it now. I told Fake Rod Stewart I was heading to the airport for my vacation. He then gave me the email address to a fake baby home orphanage in London and wants the cards now. I told him my daughter will take care of it. I'm on a plane. Then I sent a picture of a stack of Apple cards, just the front, of course. However, the address is not in the USA, but my daughter will try to mail them. He refused a video call but insisted I scratch the back and snap pictures of the cards and then send them to him so he can make sure the orphans get them. Don't stress, do it now, he insisted. Scratch them. Scratch them and keep yelling at me to scratch them. He will send them to the USA orphans. I told him this is stressful. My daughter's not going to scratch all these cards. The orphans should be able to scratch them. Scratch them and email them to the email address I gave you. Send the photos. The USA Orphanage has an address. I told him I need the address to the USA Orphanage so I can mail the cards. Fake Rod returned with the same email address and the same baby home care orphanage, USA. I told him that's not an address. I need a physical address to mail these cards, and he kept insisting I just scratch them and email photos of the scratched cards. I told him we're not scratching all these cards. I can't find the orphan address. Fake Rod was frustrated by now and told me God will bless me if I bless the orphans with scratched off Apple gift cards. He finally gave me an address in Texas. It's probably likely to a mule. I asked him the name of the orphanage. I looked it up online, the address, and it was to an old trailer out in the woods. He told me that's the Charity Baby House. I told him no, I think it's a mistake and I can't find the name of the baby home online. Rod insisted to just mail the cards, but I told him no. My lawyer just happens to live near there. He can drive the cards over there and meet the orphans. What is the phone number to the orphanage? Rod said people who run the orphanage will take care. Just mail the cards. I told fake Rod he messed around too long and my daughter got fed up. And he asked if I was fooling him or something, and I told him he has a lot of nerve insisting on these cards and giving us the runaround. I told him the lawyer has now had the cards and will deal with them for the donation. Fake Rod Stewart got mad, insisting we just email the scratched cards and wants to know who will get the cards. When will they be mailed? He was super upset, and it took something so simple as an email and turned it into a mess. I stopped talking to him, and poor Rod and his fake orphans went without. Thank you for letting me share my story. We'd like to thank this lady for sharing her stories. She often baits these scammers, and these fake celebrity scammers do come to her with these chats. Keep in mind that real celebrities, real singers like Rod Stewart or someone that you've known on fame and fortune for a long time, they're not going to be asking you for gift cards. If you come across somebody like that or someone who wants you to buy a fan club card so you can meet them, again, it's going to be a scam. Just make sure you block them and stay safe. Until next time, take care.